Make room for Javi.
Welcome to my Project a Day video, where I explain a project or tell a story each day for a year, and I attempt to complete my shop. My first job on a construction site. I don't remember how old I was, but my first actual job. My boss's name was Rafael Rodriguez. My dad's a very successful GC, and back in those days he had 5 or 6 job sites at the same time. I don't know how young I was. It was probably fresh out of high school. My dad puts me under his toughest foreman, Rafael. Imagine a Cuban-American version of the drill sergeant from Platoon. That was Rafael. Now, I was a smart kid. I knew my algebra, I knew my geometry, I knew my trig, I knew my calculus coming out of high school. And I knew how to read plans. So my arrogant self was very pissed that Rafael wouldn't put me right away to build stairs. I was 18 years old and I could do anything. I could probably do a lot of things, but not well. Certainly not to the level of a professional carpenter. Maybe it was that Rafael thought my attitude needed an adjustment. Maybe it was that that's the way he was brought up. Maybe it was that that's the way everybody goes through the system. But bottom line is, I was picking up nails and sweeping for the first 2 months of my laborial career in construction. We didn't have T-nailers or any kind of that stuff back then. This is the early 80s, and we weren't a rich construction site affording all the latest tools, and half the technology hadn't been invented yet. It was all cut nails, which were concrete nails. They look like triangles. You got to hit them 90 degrees from the concrete and dead on every time, or they'll basically chip the concrete and bounce right out. Anybody who's ever done that knows there's a technique. Some of the guys were good at it, some of the guys were not. As a result, there were spent cut nails all over the ground. Some would say it's not worth picking up all those nails. They are super cheap by the pound, and I would agree. I'd still have to sweep them up, but Rafael, no. I want you to pick up every single one of those nails. Each one of those cost 5 cents to your dad. So I pick up nails. I'd carry blocks from place to place. I would pick up nails. I would pick up lumber and move boards from place to place. I'd sit and hold stuff for the other guys, all the while being frustrated. But there came a point, about 2 months in, where I basically told Rafael, okay, where would you have me go next? No arrogant, no smugness. No, you tell me what to do. Simple. I just asked, you tell me what to do. At that point, he basically said, all right, I'm going to have you follow me and learn plans. I already knew plans. However, I did not know estimating, and that's what he was teaching me. I knew how to read a plan and follow instructions like I would build an erector set, but I didn't know how to do takeoffs at the time. Measuring exactly how much lumber you needed based on the plan. That doesn't give you all that information. It gives you the general dimensions. You have to figure out how many studs per foot, etc., etc., etc. Within a year, I was one of the foremen on my dad's job sites. It wasn't nepotism, because others have succeeded at my pace or faster. It was simply applying myself. Now is when you got to be careful. There are nails sticking up. So that's the story of Rafael and how I learned that being smart is not everything in the world. Now I treat this like a construction site, popping up nails everywhere. My priority before I start taking other things apart, get the nails out of the way without stepping on them. I said it before and I'll say it again. When you're older, sawhorses are your friend. No more nails sticking up on the ground for the moment. Make sure there's no more nails and put everything away. Thank you for watching. Feel free to comment. I enjoy reading them, particularly when they're pleasant. Please subscribe, and as always, have a great day.
Make room for Javi.